Party games have been kind of tough to play in the age of coronavirus. It is true, Dale. But I finally got a chance on a couple of different occasions to play Stringamajig, and also got it to one of the other Gumbo crew who also played it. A party game in the age of coronavirus. Tough to get people together to it, so I played it with the family, and then I also played it with my scout dads this weekend, and I had two wildly different experiences. All right, quick pitch on the game. Charades with string. So you're flipping a card, and the card says something like Texas. And normally, instead of having to act it out or Pictionary draw it out, you take charades and Pictionary and you smash them together using string. You get this big old string. It's all in one loop. I'm trying to get to the string if I can. Yeah, big old string all in one loop. And then you've got to manipulate the string on the table. Okay. And with the table, you can interact with the string. And I think this is where I messed up with the family. When I played it with the family, I didn't realize I missed a tiny little rule. You know, sometimes as reviewers, we miss an important rule. And I missed a rule that said that you could interact with the string even off the table as long as any part of the string was still on it. So that would have made it a lot easier for my family to interact with. For instance, with the guitar, you could pick up the fret and then pretend like you're strumming it. No words or anything. And the rules say, as long as you make a drawing with the string, you can interact any way you want. So it really becomes charades with the hint of the string. Cool. No, you couldn't just ball up the string, throw it on the floor, and stomp on it and say that was a cockroach. You actually have to try to make some kind of drawing. And you can see my daughter did this one with a little fork, to make a nice thing. The second time the second set of games when I played it with the scout dads and had that one additional little rule, and we also played. There's those little cards that have the light colors on it. Mm-hmm. Those cards challenge words. You can do a partnership, or you can that they can guess the word, but they're not supposed to guess like the forbidden word. So there's ways to get bonus points. That kind of makes the game a little bit more interesting. But on this second game, with the ability to interact with it, I found that we were going through the cards a lot easier. We were also playing with a little bit older gamers, and they recognized right away, like in any kind of word game, any kind of charades game, if you get a bad card, don't sit there and waste 12 seconds of a 60-second timer trying to go through the game. Dump it. Go to the next card. So we got progressively better and better, not only at using the string, but also flipping it. By the end of the night, I'm going to tell you that I went in with kind of low to medium expectations after the first plays, and I had a much better time the second night. I think, like I said, older gamers used to playing those kind of games. One of the guys hates charades. He absolutely hates charades. And he's like, this is a game I would play because I'm not having to sit there and just think about acting. I'm interacting with something that I've made. He's an engineer, so the first thing he thinks about is building stuff, and interacting was a lot better. Are you a fan of those? Are you still a fan of those drawing charades, making up story type games?
Not as much, mostly because my group, they're just not into it. So, it's hard to, if everyone's not in the right mindset for those, they're kind of, they're not a lot of fun.
All right. So
I'm going to blame my group.
If you read the transcript, it'll say string is what charades has been missing for so long. But I know Steve well enough to know that the dry record is it's a little snarkier than that. Yeah. Maybe for some people, Steve, string is what's missing because, as he said, I don't want to just act out without something to act around. So, yeah, and of course, Jay loves his puns. So Stringamajig is going to be right there. This is Stringamajig from Fireside Games. By the way, one of my favorite publishers. So I was a little disappointed that I don't love this game. I do like it, but I don't love it because I do like a lot of their Fireside's other games. So, you know how that is. You always want every game you get from it coming to be a home run. This one isn't a home run. But if you have a group that likes party games, that likes charades and all the, you might find Stringamajig is something to check out. And that is Stringamajig.